But you said you don't have to worry about that for months, right? Between 6 months and a year is the time frame, right?
Okay. Okay, I'll ask him. With a cat, right? Yeah, I know what that means. I know that means.
You might even be in the apartment now.
I don't know what I think we would have noticed it.
Just one postponement tonight, huh? What happened? What happened? The file?
Yeah.
You want to wait? You want to hold on for a minute?
Pull 1 and 2 ahead till Michael gets back. You have your key, honey?
So call 2 and 3, like? Okay, so Lois, we're gonna start with 2 and 3, because they gotta go find the file.
Is that the one off the LA?
No problem. Holly, ready?
Hi, Holly. Not sure here.
I think that's it. Yeah.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Zoning Board of Appeals. I would like to brief you on some of our rules and procedures used during our hearings. When the hearing number is called, the applicant or representative will come to the podium, and if they are not an attorney, they will be sworn in by our executive secretary. They will then present their case. Board members may or may not ask questions of the applicant. Prior to tonight's hearings, board members have visited most of the properties listed on tonight's calendar. At the conclusion of the applicant's presentation, we will ask if there are any interested parties who would like to speak either for or against the application. We will then allow the applicant to give some brief rebuttal remarks to address any concerns of the interested parties. At that point, the hearing will be closed. The stenographer can only take one person's testimony at a time, so we will ask that you do not call out from the audience during testimony. We will give everyone an opportunity to be heard this evening. Sometimes proceedings do not end until 1 a.m. or later, but everyone will be heard. Lastly, at approximately 9 p.m., our stenographer will have been typing for about 2 hours, and we will take a 10-minute break. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Are there any postponements tonight?
There is one postponement, Appeal 24-219, it's hearing number 13, Charles Tracy at 3 Belmont Road, Hicksville.
Anybody here for that hearing? Let the record reflect that no one appeared for that hearing, and let's call the first hearing.
First hearing is hearing number 2, Appeal 24-198, Neil Bavona at 19 Cedar Drive, Massapequa.
Hi, how are you? I'm the architect. I did. Timothy Lambert, architect. Address is 3012 Fortescue Avenue in Oceanside, New York, 11572. Good evening. I'm the architect here tonight to represent the homeowner, Neil Pavonia. We are seeking variances to legalize an existing covered patio and a front portico. In addition, we also want to amend some prior variances from 1997 and 1958. The covered patio is approximately 11 feet by 15.5 feet. It is open on 4 sides and it's screened by the neighbors by an existing fence. It is rather attractive and it provides an outdoor dining and a gathering space for the family. The covered patio does not have the minimum required side yard or rear yard setback of 10 feet. The existing side yard setback is 2.4 feet and the existing rear yard setback is 2.6 feet. Both the covered patio and the existing portico exceed the maximum permitted building coverage of 20%. The existing building coverage is 25.51%. The portico is 5.3 feet by 6.6 feet. It's located over the front stoop of the house. Having this portico provides protection from the weather and curb appeal for the house. It complies with all the setbacks. The only variance here is for lot coverage. The structures have been up for several years with no objections from the neighbors. This filing was made during last year's amnesty program in an effort to obtain the proper CFCs for the house. There are other parts of the application which do not need a variance. We do feel that these variances are not substantial and would like to kindly request your approval. I also have like 2 photos of the structure that I'd like to submit to the board. Thanks.
Okay, you want to see these up? Yep. Have you reached out to any of the neighbors?
Yes, the homeowner reached out to the neighbor to the south, had a discussion about the covered patio, and there's no objection.
Okay. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
All right,
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hearing number 3, Appeal 24-297, Spencer Raggio at 40 Adam Road West, Massapequa.
Council to adjourn proceedings.
I do.
Name and address, please.
Salvatore Koshia, Permits R Us, 338 Jericho Turnpike, Syosset, New York, 11791. Good evening, Madam Chairwoman, members of the board.
Good evening.
I'm here on behalf of Mr. Raggio. Property is at 40 Adam Road West in Massapequa. Property is located in R17 zone. They're looking to maintain a rear deck that has a rear yard setback of 22.7, where the required is 25 feet. Mrs. Raggio started the process to legalize it, but has since passed away. Her son Spencer is now finishing the process, and they're all getting ready to sell. The deck has been there for over 20 years without incident.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too.
Hearing number 4, Appeal 24-196, Shaniza Kamal at 225 North Syracuse Avenue, North Massapequa.
Council to adjourn these proceedings.
I do.
Name and address, please.
Robert Schumacher, 1109 Round Swamp Road, Old Beth Page. Good evening, Madam Chairperson and ladies and gentlemen of the board. Representing Mr. and Mrs. Kamel of 225 North Syracuse Avenue, Massapequa. The Kamels are seeking a variance for a proposed detached garage exceeding the maximum height, rear yard coverage, and building coverage. The homeowners are seeking approval for a proposed detached garage in the rear of the property. The proposed height would be 15.92 feet, where 12 feet is the maximum. Under the old code, 18 feet was the maximum height. This garage would not be out of character with this neighborhood, as there are many other detached garages that exceed the minimum height of 12 feet. I've taken photos of these for the board's review. They are at 957 North Broadway, 147 North Atlanta, 185 North Atlanta, 172 North Detroit, and 239 North Delaware. The homeowners did reach out to their neighbors. We do have consent letters from the neighbors at 206 North Atlanta, 221 Syracuse, and 3 neighbors directly across the street at 226, 228, and 230 North Syracuse. The neighbor directly in the rear, the neighbor most affected by this variance, Mr. Rosenthal at 210 North Atlanta. I spoke with him, and the homeowners had a discussion with him the other day, and they came to an agreement. If this variance was granted, they would put bushes behind the garage, evergreen-type bushes. There is an existing tree there also. I've taken a photo of that for the board. There's an existing shed there that'll be removed. I've also taken a photo of the subject property. As you can see, the property is well-maintained and immaculate condition. The garage is much needed for the storage of their vehicles. With the support of the neighbors and the other garages in the area, we feel this variance is a reasonable request.
Can I ask why they're going over the height?
Extra storage.
There's going to be a loft up there?
Yes, storage. Storage only, and if the board would like, they could condition no bathroom put in the garage if that's a concern. There's not going to be a bathroom in there.
Well, I mean, he'd need a permit for that.
Yeah, but it's just for storage.
Anybody else have any questions?
No.
Do you have any consent letters from any of the other neighbors?
Yeah, we turned in a few consent letters, and I personally spoke to the neighbor most affected, and the neighbors did last night, and they agreed on putting up some shrubs between the bushes, the houses,
The garage?
and the property in the
The
back.
side neighbor and the back neighbor?
The back neighbor, that's the neighbor most affected. The side neighbors sent in consent letters.
Okay, and what about the tree you said was?
There's a tree on the property back there, too. I took a photo for the board.
Behind the shed?
Yes,
Okay.
that's the neighbor's tree.
Oh, okay.
But they wanted evergreen-type shrubs for when the leaves fall off the tree.
Anybody want to speak on this application? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application in the audience? No hands? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is hearing number 5, Appeal 91-186, Doreen Delac at 35 Martin Road South, Bethpage.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm here to amend, oh,
Raise your right hand, please.
oh, sorry.
That's okay. Tell the truth during this proceedings.
Yes,
Name and address, please.
Doreen Delac, 35 Martin Road South, Bethpage.
Thank you.
I'm here to amend a parent-child, the DRC.
Could you just give us 1 second, please? It's okay. We can still hear it. Yeah. I'll call it after this. Okay, thank you. I'm sorry, go ahead.
It's okay.
Little technical glitch, but we're good now.
Repeat it again?
No, no,
Oh,
just keep going.
No, that's it,
You're-
I'm
you're
just
gonna
here to do the
amend-
amendment for
So
parent-child.
give us the names of the names that you're taking off, the names that you're putting on.
The name that was taken off is Rose M. Simonetti, and I'm on it Doreen Delac and Melanie Delac.
Daughters?
That's my daughter Melanie.
Okay. Okay, and you have everybody's ID? Okay, so you've had this parent-child, so you know all
Right, but
the-
my mom passed, so that's why it's being
Yeah, okay,
amended.
sorry. All right, anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hearing number 1, Appeal 24-12, Franca Masiag at 49 Park Hill Avenue, Massapequa.
I guess I have to.
Raise your right hand, please. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings.
Yes, I do.
Name and address, please.
Dennis Cook, 435 Maple Avenue, Westbury, New York. Good evening, Board. I'm here representing actually 2 friends of mine and homeowners, a co-worker actually. So there's a little story that goes with this. So they're trying to do a roofed-over patio in the back. What happened was initially, they did a pool, which they filed for, and then they did pavers, which they filed for, and even put a dry well in, even though it wasn't required. During this process, they wanted to do a roofed-over area, to get out of the sun, and so they could enjoy the pool better. And when they measured off the fence, which the fence, if you see on the survey, on the right side, is over a foot over the property line.
Okay.
So when they did that, they put the post, and the post obviously had to go in before the pavers, because otherwise you had to rip up all the pavers to put the columns in. So that's that part there. And the pool equipment, it's a pool filter that's towards the front. I assume the pool company just told you that was a good area to put it, and you guys didn't know.
They swapped out the heater for the,
They swapped out the heater for the pump.
on the plans.
And then the lot coverage, they are over lot coverage a little bit. They have a brand-new, beautiful house. It's only a few years old. And with the gross floor area, the new law that went into effect with the basement is what really pushed that over. And the house was, how long ago was this house built? Not long ago.
Year and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right before that law went into effect, so that wasn't counted at the time, but now we're doing the pavilion. Everything in the basement is counted too, so,
Right,
yeah, and it's unfinished, so.
okay. I do have correspondence here from, I guess, an abutting neighbor, William Pearson and Karen Flynn. I'm going to read it into the record.
Okay?
This letter is in reference to appeal number 24-12 for 49 Park Hill Avenue, Massapequa, New York. I am requesting the board to hold to the standard side yard setback. The brickwork and pavilion on the property line will cause a high amount of rainfall to traverse onto my property. Currently, I have 2 cesspools and several trees in close proximity to my property line and my fence. Recently, we had a large amount of rain runoff in this area over a short period of time, which left my west property line area highly saturated. I'm fearful that the large amount of runoff will present a clear and present danger to my cesspools and trees. The new brickwork also encroaches onto my property line. This was a self-made problem created by the homeowner that will negatively affect my ability to enjoy my property and possibly cause damages to my property. There is no hardship, as they have a large, beautiful yard that can be utilized without this variance. Having a pavilion and brickwork less than 2 feet from a property line is not in keeping with the surrounding neighborhood, and we are asking the board to give us relief in this matter.
Okay, so the brickwork that's going over the property line, they acknowledge that, they're going to remove that part, they cut it back to the property line.
There's drainage.
And they also have a dry well, so any gutters from the pavilion will be connected directly to their dry well, which will take care of the drainage issue.
Okay, so the brickwork goes over the brickwork is the patio,
Yeah, I went to the fence.
and it goes to the
No, not
fence.
to the fence.
You have to be sworn in, I'm
Sorry.
sorry.
Yeah, it's close to the fence, though, on that right side.
Let's swear you in, and then you can talk to us.
Yeah, here, go ahead.
Just raise
You
your
gotta swear.
right hand. I'll tell the truth during these proceedings,
Yes.
and I'll give you your name and address, please.
Edward Macias, 49 Park Hill Avenue, Massapequa.
Okay,
All right, so if you look at the yard and the setbacks, we're approximately 2 foot from the fence, but the fence is skewed due to a tree in the front that's half on, half off. It's in the middle.
Okay.
That's where this whole thing kicked in, is the fence. So the house was surveyed when it was built for us. We assumed that the fences were on the property lines. So when I have a picture that I could show you, the post is 4 foot off the fence. So we gave it extra room, figuring we were plenty safe. And the patio patio's about 2 foot. I could easily cut that back to 3 foot, whatever you guys want. I'd rather not move the post only because it's in, you got the concrete footing that's under it. I'm gonna have to take up the whole patio, excavate all of that, rip that all out. It is what it is. Plus we did,
so you can make the patio,
I could pull the patio, but it has drainage. There's drainage in the patio. There's no runoff.
And how far is it from the border?
The pavilion?
Yeah,
Well, the pavilion is 4 foot from the fence. I have pictures.
4 feet, okay.
But the fence is in the wrong place. That's where that's where the issue kicked in. We had no idea the fence was that off. You know, you usually
Yeah.
give it 6 inches, 8 inches, the fences
Yeah.
float. This thing racks.
Whose fence is it?
It's my next door neighbor's fence.
Uh-huh,
So it racks from a tree that's half on my property, half on their property. And they tilted it or whatever, who knows? The guy who put the fence in, who knows what really happened? I don't think they did it, you know.
Sure.
You know what I mean? It's just the fence went up and we built off of that, assuming it was in the right place. Like I said, we're 4 foot off of that. And there's
Okay.
giant 70-foot trees all along the backside, on both sides, so there's plenty of coverage, so that no
I saw the trees.
no one's gonna see this thing either, you know?
Okay.
So the drainage is good, and it was my point. The runoff really doesn't exist, because the pitch comes towards the front, and there's drains that run alongside the whole backside of the house that drop into a dry well.
Yeah,
So we went over, tried to do the right thing.
Okay. I think we have some people that want to speak on this application, so if you're done with your presentation, I'll let them speak, and then you can come back up.
Absolutely.
Anybody want to speak on this application? Come on up, please, be sworn in.
Good evening.
Whoever speaking, would you raise your right hand, please? Promise to tell the truth in these proceedings,
I do.
and just give your name and address to Mr. Narcisse when you speak.
William Pearson, 53 Park Hill. We're representing 53 Park Hill. It's my property. I'm 89 First Avenue, Massapequa Park. All right, in regards to the property line and the tree that he refers to is in the front of the property. It's an existing tree. It's about 80 years old. Good evening, I'm sorry, by the way. The fence keyed off the property line the fence is skewed on the property line 10 inches onto my property.
Is it
It's
your
your
fence?
fence.
This is my fence.
Okay.
Assembled 2 years ago. When the brickwork went in, the patio pavers were getting runoff from his property line. The grade has been raised when the house was built. It was originally Mr. Pine's house, a small cape. It was torn down, rebuilt into the new house. The grade has been raised, so now at a sunken level, 2 to 3 inches below their grade. The runoff is coming under. I have photos of runoff under the fence from the brickwork. I have a sinkhole opening up in my yard, a dip, which is now turned into a 3-foot deep hole. I'm looking for remediation on that. And I'm just looking to the fact that the posts are 4 feet off the property line for the pavilion, there's no sign of what the roof line is going to be. So the roof line will be on the property line. Where will the runoff from the pavilion go?
Okay, well, you're putting this on the record. I'm going to have him come back and answer those questions.
I'd also ask, once he comes back up to, once the couple comes back up to speak again, where's the dry well he refers to?
He's going to tell you that when
Thank
he
you.
comes back up. And please, say everything that you want to say now, because it's not going to be a back
Okay,
and forth.
can I speak
Yeah, of
now?
course you can, but I just,
Karen Flynn, 89 First Avenue, in reference to 53 Park Hill, Massapequa.
okay.
Hi, this is pretty much a self-made problem, and now we're suffering the consequence and the hardship of it. Before we came here tonight, we took the time this past weekend with the high amount of quick rain that came through the area. We all know the weather pattern recently has changed. We're getting dumped, we're getting a lot of rain at different times in a short amount of time. With the amount of brickwork, there's no real absorption there. Again, we'd like to see where the drain actually is, because we don't see it on the survey of the plans here. I went over there and stood in the rain and watched it come. We have pictures where you'll see like little bits of concrete and sand that's actually coming underneath, because now our grade is set lower than the previous property that was there. And you can see we have this large sinkhole now in our backyard. I have actually pictures of that. You're welcome to come down and survey it. They have a big, beautiful yard. There is no reason to put this where it fringes on my property. It's not keeping with the neighborhood. No one else has done this. It's a self-made problem. And I feel that I'm asking as a neighbor to suffer the hardship of their decisions to utilize their property in this way that goes counter the zoning board of Massapequa. And I feel that we need, to be a relief in this matter, because this is like, as you said, state now, because this is gonna be an ongoing issue. And right now, it's only been there for the brickwork, I'm just an educated guess, 6 to 8 months. And I'm already having an issue in my backyard. I have the pictures to show you. You're welcome to come down and walk in the backyard and look. I mean.
Have
this-
you had any discussion, you or your husband, with these neighbors as this construction was going on?
Like, a lot of it was done like very early on the weekends, things like that. And I have trust in the zoning board, that you're here to protect the residents from someone just going off and doing what they want. So I don't feel it's my place as a neighbor to confront another neighbor.
You don't live there, though, right?
No.
Okay.
So I feel it's in the hands of the zoning board to come in and handle the situation as opposed to potentially get into a confrontation over it. I
Understood.
just felt confident that the pool went in, then the brickwork went in, then the posts went in. So it's just kind of like, we all know, we're homeowners, we know that there's provisions that have to be adhered to when you put a fence in, when you put posts in, when you put the amount of, brickwork in. I mean, the weather pattern that we have now, I'm very concerned over the fact that I went over there on all these rain occasions, stood there in the rain and watched it come out. I have the large sinkhole now, and, that's gonna be for me to deal with if this continues through. And the brickwork infringes actually on my property, because we were good neighbors and put the fence in, because we wanted to be sure that we didn't infringe on our neighbors, that we made sure, we said, you know what, we think it's here, let's go a little bit more in. So we're good neighbors, I've lived in this community over 50 years, I didn't even know where this place existed. So now I'm here asking for the board to do the right thing and offer us some relief. It's a large, beautiful house. It fills the property, and this pavilion will not be in keeping with the neighborhood. I actually drove around this last week, up and down. There is one on the same block, across the street, that it's a through house where it's on both sides, doesn't have a neighbor. They put the pavilion in the correct spot. Now, they don't even have a neighbor to worry about back there, but they did the right thing. So all that I'm asking to be done here is the right thing. It's a self-made problem that I'm being asked to hold the consequence of. So I'm asking the zoning committee to stand true to the quality of the neighborhood and offer relief in this matter.
Okay,
Thank you.
thanks for
Thank you.
coming down.
This is the first I've heard of any of that, just so you know, if we were aware of anything, but I want.
Are you aware of water running onto their
It's
property?
impossible, because the grade is higher than the fence. The ground, the way it's,
Well, if your ground is higher, your ground
the
is
way they
higher.
built the house, and they raised, their lot is lower, 100%. Their sidewalks are above, we work for the state of New York. This is what I do for a living. I do curbs, I do sidewalks, I do driveways, I do foundations. We all work together. Their property is about 6 inches low. If you look at their fences in the front, if we were to build, so when they build our house is built completely exactly at the height it's supposed to be. Their property is sunken in. But we raised it and it's up against the fence. There's no possible way water could go under the fence. It's impossible, because the grade goes right to the fence and the patio's tipped to the back. There's drainage across the whole backside of the house. We brought it all the way. It's impossible. But still, we're here to cooperate and do the right thing. The only reason we're in this position is because the fence was so skewed, and it was measured off the fence, assuming, and we gave it a foot grace, because I got pictures I can show you. It's 46 inches, 52 off the back, 46 off the right.
Now, I'm familiar with that block. I'm assuming that it slopes,
Correct.
it
Correct.
slopes
It
in the
does not
front. That's why
slope
it's called
towards-
Park Hill, because it goes
It
down.
doesn't slope towards their property.
No, it slopes down to the front,
Correct.
all the houses, yeah.
You know. The other thing is, the tree that really caused this, that's half my property, half their property, can this tree be removed? And then the fence?
I can't answer that,
Why-
because
why
it's
not?
not a structure, and the town doesn't get involved in
Oh, okay, so
such
then it
issues.
can be.
That,
So I
it's
could
really
take my
between the
half. I
two
could take-
neighbors if, well.
I could legally take my
You
half of
better
the tree
check
down.
with the state of the county, they may have rules, I
Well,
don't
that's
know.
part of where the problem
Well, here's the
stems
thing,
from.
you can, this is what I worked for the town many years, I would say this to people, you can cut what's on your side, but if you kill the tree by doing that, you're also responsible
Yeah, I'll
for it.
plant a new one, a smaller one, on the right.
It'll wind up
in the
being a
right
civil
place.
matter between you and your neighbor. The town will not get involved in it,
Gotcha.
okay?
All right, so getting back to the topic.
This is a tough one because they really do seem to have a problem with it. Is there a possibility that gutters can be put up on this?
Oh, 100%. We're going to put gutters on.
You're gonna
100%.
put gutters on
Yeah,
it?
100%. But what I'm shocked is that I've never heard one thing about this until now. That's what doesn't make sense.
Well, it happens, and this is the place for it.
Yeah. And, you know, we built this house. This house is stunning. We didn't cut corners. We went above and beyond on every level, and we're an asset to the neighborhood, not a, you know, and like I said, really, the property next door needs to be backfilled. It needs to be brought up to grade. If we were to do the sidewalks in front of their house, our company, because we work for the city, it would be our recommendation to bring in probably 80 yards of topsoil and grade the front of the house.
Well, that's a big expense for them.
Oh, I know, I'm just saying, they're below grade. Their property is below grade. The sidewalks are like this.
And they're saying yours is above grade, so,
No, no,
you
no,
know.
we're on grade. We're on grade. If their sidewalks are tripping hazard, I'm not going there, to the right side.
All right, well, we'll discuss this, and anybody else have any questions from the board?
No.
Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the
Thank you.
decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you so much. Appreciate
Where
your
are
time.
those pictures?
The letter.
Oh, the letter, I'm sorry, I got the letter.
Thank you.
We'll discuss.
It's,
Okay. We're on 6 now.
hearing number 6, Appeal 24-195, Kenneth Zabrowski at 160 Jas Court, Bethpage.
Oh, okay.
Again, for the record, Robert Schumacher, 1109 Round Swamp Road, Old Bethpage, representing Mr. Zabowski of 160 Jasper Court, Bethpage. Passed up some photos for the board. The homeowner seeking a variance to maintain a metal fence having greater height than required and to maintain a deck having not the required rear yard setback. The fence in front of the house is an open estate-type fence with a height of 4 feet 4 inches over by 4 inches, thus requiring a variance. I've taken a photo of this for the board's review. The deck is maintaining a 20.1-foot rear yard setback with 25 feet to maximum. This is a very unique property. It's the last house on a private street. Abutting the house is a heavily wooded area, and it's commercial property with no access from Jas Court. The homeowners did speak to the neighbor in the rear, and they had no objections to the deck. The property is well-maintained, and there's never been any complaints or violations from the town on this property.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Next is hearing number 7, Appeal 24-160, Ellen Lopez at 18 Harkin Lane, Hicksville.
Yes, I do. Michael Palumba, architect, 80 Elizabeth Drive, Bethpage, New York, 11714. Good evening, Madam Chairwoman, members of the board. I'm appearing on behalf of Ellen Lopez of 18 Harkin Lane, Hicksville, New York. We are requesting a variance for an existing gazebo and barbecue shelter, which are located in R17 zone and exceeds the maximum permitted building coverage of 25%. Maintaining a building coverage of 26.5%, and the existing barbecue shelter does not have the minimum required side yard setback of 3 feet. There is no intention of enclosing the gazebo or shelter in any way, and we would have no objection with the board conditioning the application as such if approved. There was a prior zoning board decision for this property, decision number 21-199, dated May 6, 2021. Our application was filed under the town's amnesty program. Photos of the property along with 8 letters of consent, which include 3 of the 4 abutting property owners, have been submitted to the board. Property is well maintained and the existing structures are consistent with the character of this neighborhood, and that completes our application.
Mike, the letters of consent, were they for this thing or for the prior variance?
No, for this variance, yes. They're current. They're for this variance.
Anybody else have any questions?
No, I have listed listed just to consents would be helpful, and there they are.
There they are.
I visited the site, I thought the homeowner told me that he had a letter from the neighbor.
Yes, we have eight consent letters. 3 of the 4 budding property owners have also signed a letter of consent. 2 of the most directly affected neighbors that abut the gazebo and the shelter.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Yes, sir. County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank
Thank you.
Hearing number 8, Appeal 24-200, Harshal Patel at 5 Albany Street, Hicksville.
Again, for the record, Robert Schumacher, 1109 Round Swamp Road, Old Beth Page, representing Mr. and Mrs. Patel of 5 Albany Street in Hicksville. I have some photos for the board. Mr. Patel seeking a variance to maintain a fence having greater height than required. This property is on the corner of Albany Street and New Bridge Road. The fence is much needed for the homeowner's privacy and security. I've taken many photos for the board from different directions showing the fence does not pose interference with traffic from either direction. This fence was here when Mr. Patel purchased the house. Abutting the property to the south on New Bridge Road is a vacant lot, approximately 40 by 47. This is an unbuildable lot owned by someone that lives in Queens, and next to it is a separate house that's not connected to the lot. I've taken a photo of both these for the board's review, showing the fence does not pose interference with the next door neighbor at 280 New Bridge Road for pulling out of their property. There is a similar fence to the Patels across the street at 4 Albany Street, and also at the other intersection at 58 Kingston Avenue. All along New Bridge Road, there's many other fences similar to what the Patels have. This fence is not out of character with this neighborhood.
That's not blocking.
It's not great, but this is also pretty good
Their
street.
fence. This is like
No, this is the neighbor's fence.
the white one. I'm saying this is their fence. Okay.
I think so.
Mr. Schumacher, in your pictures, this is the subject fence.
That's the other neighbor on Kingston.
Oh, okay.
But I was showing the house abutting the lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
I won't ask any more questions. Anybody else have any questions? He's not in the mood, but go ahead. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hearing number 9, Appeal 24-202, Thomas Pramberger at 38 Linden Boulevard, Hicksville.
Again, for the record, Michael Palumba, architect, 80 Elizabeth Drive, Bethpage, New York, 11714. Appearing on behalf of Thomas Pramberger of 38 Linden Boulevard, Hicksville, New York, we are requesting to amend the specific plan which was presented under Appeal 23-382, dated on September 7th, 2023, to include the roofed-over porch, which does not have the required side yard setback of 8 feet, maintaining a side yard setback of 6 feet. The roofed-over porch aligns with the existing north face of the dwelling and does not increase the existing non-conforming side yard setback. There is no intention of enclosing the roofed-over porch in any way, and again, we would have no objection with the board conditioning the application as such if approved. Photos of the property have been submitted to the board. Property is well-maintained, and the open porch is consistent with the character of this neighborhood. And that completes our application.
Okay. Anybody have any questions?
No, I'm with the property, very much.
Yeah. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our
Thank
office.
you.
Thank you.
Hearing number 10, Appeal 24-203, Alicia Katapa at 22 Jerome Avenue, Hicksville.
Again, for the record, Robert Schumacher, 1109 Round Swamp Road, Old Bethpage. Pass up some photos, consent letters for the board. Representing the homeowners at 22 Jerome Avenue in Hicksville. The homeowners are seeking a variance to maintain a 6-foot-high PVC fence exceeding the maximum height. This house on the corner of Astor Drive and Jerome Avenue. I've taken many photos for the board from different directions showing the fence does not pose interference with traffic from either direction. I also took a photo of the abutting property at Astor Drive next to the fence showing their driveways on the other side of their property. The homeowners have a consent letter from them also at 3 Astor Drive. They do have a consent letter from the other abutting neighbor at 26 Jerome Avenue and a consent letter from the neighbor at 29 Jerome Avenue and 6 Astor Drive. There are other fences in the immediate areas similar to what the homeowners have at the corner of Vincent and Jerome, Wilfred and Jerome, and Vincent and Ingram. This fence is not out of character in this area. The fence is much needed for the privacy and security as the homeowners have young children and a dog. As the photos show, the house in excellent condition.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? No. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Next is hearing 11, Appeal 24-205, Sonia Vera at 17 Georgia Street, Hicksville.
Falling apart here, Yes, I do. Chris Gray, architect, 2401 Capri Place, North Belmont, New York, representing Sonia Vera. Her property is located at 17 Georgia Street in Hicksville. Good evening. This property is located in R1-7 zone. Oh, before I continue further, I'd like to hand in 5 cards. Thank you. We were before the board in appeal number 22-301 a few years ago. That project did not go forward due to financial reasons, and the project was redone at a smaller scale. Basically, the owner would like to fill in a missing piece of second floor and to match the existing profile of the house. The house has a front and rear cantilever and also matching the roof pitch. So in doing so, first issue that the second story does not have the minimum required average front yard setback of 24.38, proposed is 23.2, and it is short by 1.18 feet. The second item, the cantilever does not have the minimum required side yard aggregate of 20, and the proposed is 19.7. And then the third item is the addition does not have the required roof pitch of a 612, and it is a pitch of 512. So basically, in filling in that second floor, matching the profile exactly, going to the side of the building, not making the side yard any less, and of course, matching the roof pitch as well. That is my case.
Okay.
Do we have elevations, ma'am? I mean, it's de minimis, the applications, I just wanted to make sure it looked like the rest of the neighborhood. I don't need this page. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Anybody else have any other questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Come on up, ladies.
Yes, I'm Dorothy Seary.
And you promise to tell the truth during these
I
proceedings?
do.
Thank you. And your address?
I really don't know what I'm doing here. Really to answer a lot of...
Your address, please, ma'am.
Pardon?
Your address.
Where do you live?
15 Georgia Street. I live next door to the
Thank you.
17.
And your name, I'm sorry?
So we really don't...
Name one more time, please, stenographer, please. Your name.
Dorothy Seary, S-E-E-R-Y.
Thank you. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, thanks.
So we'll do one at a time.
It's
okay?
really
Okay.
just Trying to squelch a lot of rumors and gossip that's going on. We've never seen a plan of this building. We don't know whether
Ma'am,
this is a
ma'am,
private.
you have to speak into the microphone.
Oh, I'm sorry. We don't know whether this is a private or is it zoned for business, because the owner does have a business next to the Burns Avenue School. She has a daycare and I believe some type of, I don't know, some kind of a church that comes on. So she has quite a bit of traffic in
So are
front
you
of her
saying
house.
she's running a church and a daycare from this
Yes.
address, from 17?
Not at this address,
Okay, then I'm
down
not
on Burns
interested in it.
Avenue.
Then I don't care about that.
Oh, well,
We're
what-
talking
we-
about 17 Georgia Street.
Yeah, well, that's why we feel that perhaps she's going to extend this over to 17 Georgia Street. And we want to know whether that area is zoned for business.
That area is not zoned for business.
So in other words, she can't put anything in there.
I can't say she can't put a daycare in there because that does not come under the auspices of the town of Oyster Bay.
It doesn't,
Nor
yeah,
does
that's
the
what,
church.
that's what I
Nor
think.
does a church.
Nor does a church.
And a church,
We cannot control where people have houses of worship, but under this zoning.
okay, because it's maybe it's about 6 houses away. She does have one. And this would come up into our block.
I completely understand the concern, but what we're here to discuss right now is an addition being built on the home on the second
Oh,
level. That's it.
okay.
That's all of our authority. is
So
to
she
do
can
that.
open a business there.
I'm not saying that one way or the other, ma'am. We're
Oh.
only here to talk about the addition
Okay.
that she is putting on the existing house.
Okay. Thank you.
My name, Amelia Figueredo. Spell it? Figueredo. And I am at 18 Georgia Street.
Okay, just pull that microphone down.
Yeah.
There you go.
I have the same problem.
I'm going to do the max. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you. I'm coming here also because, like Dorothy said, we have been circulating among the other neighbors about what is going to happen in this house. And also because lately they added a pool recently, and then they came, the construction guys even came on the weekend of 4th of July on a Sunday, and the trucks and everything was there.
You should call the police.
No, I didn't know how
Well, you
to.
should. If they have a
Yes.
construction company there working on a Sunday, call the police.
Okay, thank you for that advice. So I had to go out and do some errands. So the guy was blowing all the debris, everything to the neighbors. So I step in and I said, could you please be nice and then try to blow, I think you have to go inside, blow all the debris inside this house, and then from there you collect it. And he said, well, that's not the way that I do it. How you do it? I said, well, for example, I said, when my landscaper comes, they cut the grass every week and they blow all the debris, everything inside my backyard, and they pick it up from there.
Okay.
And then,
Unfortunately, though, this has nothing to do, what you're complaining about has nothing to do with what's before us today.
Yes, what I'm coming from also is that this last weekend, the last Sunday or the previous Sunday, I was expecting for my nephew, so I heard the honk. I was in my basement, so I ran it outside, and I saw a few cars lining up because children were coming in the bathing suits from that house. So I said, why so many kids coming out from that house? And then also, I am concerned also about, like Dorothy, because it's coming very populated on Sundays because that church that is run on Burns Avenue. And I don't think Sonia Vieira lives in this house in Georgia Street.
She doesn't have
Right.
to live in it.
Okay, but then what it makes us is even that we are running out of parking lots. It's overpopulated, and then if this house gets extended, I am concerned that then another family is going to live, whether upstairs or downstairs, and then where are the cars are going to be parked?
Michael, how many bathrooms and bedrooms in this house, please?
So the addition is adding one bedroom and one bathroom? Or that's how many are in there now?
Adding one bedroom and one bathroom.
Okay.
No cellar entrance, unfinished basement.
Okay, so that doesn't indicate that they're gonna run any kind of a business there. I'm not saying that's not gonna happen in the future, but we can't control that.
Right,
You know,
so-
what they're asking for is really not a lot. They're not asking for a lot. If he told me there was 6 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, and another entrance, then I would question
Right.
that.
And to give you just a little bit of context, the variance that they're looking for example, the first variance is only 1.2 feet more than what the law allows. It's really, really what we would call a de minimis, minimal ask.
Yes. No, I do understand, your point of view, how you look into this, or how you assess this, but also I'm looking into the person who's going to be living around the area. So if I see something that is different, of course, I'm going to, put my voice up here. I'm going to
should.
come and let you
You
know.
absolutely should.
And if I see that then the construction continues on Saturdays, Sundays, and they block all the areas, then I will, like you said, I will call the police then.
They can construct on
Okay.
Saturday, right?
I think they can work on Saturday. They can't work on Sunday.
Well, they did for the pool. When they put it the pool.
But I'm telling you
yes,
that
right.
Saturday's okay,
Yes.
Sunday is not.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. I'm getting familiar into this.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to assume because it's not on here. Thank you, ladies, for coming down.
Thank you.
Mr. Gray?
I think everything's in the board's hands, nothing more to be said.
Okay. Correspondence? Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you very much. Good night.
Hearing number 12, Appeal 24-218, Ernesto Diaz at 18 Plover Lane, Hicksville.
Another pergola. You never see them anymore.
Never-
Good evening.
Yes, I do. Scott Kahn, 68 West Main Street, Oyster Bay, New York. Good evening, Madam Chairwoman and members of the board. Here tonight representing the Diaz family who seek several variances before you to build their dream backyard. Our first request is to build a pavilion with an attached trellis that exceeds the maximum permitted height only by 1.3 feet, and we're asking for 13.3 feet in lieu of the 12-foot max allowed. This is a prefab structure built by the Amish in Pennsylvania, and it's shipped to New York. They're beautiful, but they do come with that 612 pitch, which I know the board likes. And the interior is completely open. As a matter of fact, I have some renderings for the board, and on page 3 of the renderings, you'll see the actual structure. It's completely open inside, no finished storage, nothing. Our second request is to allow the structure to exceed the total lot coverage by only 2.1%, asking for 27.12% in lieu of the 25% allowed. Third request is to exceed the permitted ratio of an accessory structure, only 2.5% over the 1/3 rule, asking 35.5%. And our fourth request is to allow 12.83% more than the 40% of the maximum principal dwelling coverage, asking 52.33%. And lastly, we would request to leave the driveway as it is. When they purchased the house, it was only 1 foot off the property line, which is actually, they need that to actually park 2 cars off the street. And that's basically it.
Any consents from the neighbors?
I don't think anybody has any issues with it, but we didn't get any written consent.
I was hoping that you might have them, only because that's the only person who would be impacted, would be the immediately adjacent neighbor, but I guess they're not, well, I don't know if they're here.
We'll find out.
Okay.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Hearing 14, Appeal 24-214, Lehi Baruch at 75 Northern Parkway West, Plainview.
tell the truth from the proceedings?
Yes, I do.
Name and address, please.
Lihi Baruch, 75 Northern Parkway West, Plainview, New York, 11803. I'm the homeowner. Hi, good evening.
Hello.
Hi. This is my husband, this is our contractor, and I am the homeowner. We are seeking three non-major variances. One is the minimum required side yard is 8 foot, and the proposed is 7.9. The total required side yard is 20 foot, proposed is 19.6. The lot coverage and gross floor area calculation is on page number 1, right above the plot plan. The basement, the square foot is 1105.5 square foot of the total gross floor area is the original basement with a ceiling height of 7 foot. Otherwise, if you exclude that from the proposed gross floor area of 4,028.75, it brings the gross floor area down to 2,923.07, which is below the maximum permitted gross floor area of 3,306.26. Yes. That's about.
Yeah, you did a good job.
Thank you. I appreciate my first time.
How many bedrooms and bathrooms are we adding?
We are adding, on the second floor, we're adding 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms.
Okay.
How many are in the house currently? So what will your total be?
So the total will be 5 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms. Well, 5 bathrooms, correct?
Is there a
4.5.
bathroom in the basement?
We have a bathroom in the basement.
A 3-piece bathroom, shower?
Yes.
Bathtub? Is there a basement entrance?
No.
Okay. I'm sorry? Window well, okay.
Are all the bathrooms full baths? In
The,
other words, 3 pieces as opposed to just a...
correct.
Okay.
Yeah, clean all those bathrooms now.
Well, you know, he's going to help me. He'll have no choice.
Yeah, he looks like he's gonna help you.
Great answer.
Okay. All right. Anybody have any questions?
No, I mean, it's a lot, but this area of Plainview, there are building larger and larger homes, so it's not, in my opinion, I used to live on East, so, yeah, I don't think it's out of character for the neighborhood.
Okay. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Good night.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Hearing 15, Appeal 24-250, Brittany Scudder at 22 Melanie Avenue, Plainview.
It's incredible what that building in Plainview.
I know.
Again, for the record, Robert Schumacher, 1109 Round Swamp Road, Old Bethpage. I have some photos, consent letters for the board. Representing Ms. Scudder of 22 Melanie Avenue, Plainview. Ms. Scudder is seeking a variance for a proposed new dwelling on a partial and existing foundation, not having the required side yard setback, aggregate setback, and exceeding the lot coverage, and for proposed driveway not having the required side yard setback. This is a ranch-style home. The homeowners are proposing a garage conversion, squaring off the front of the house, a small one-story addition in the rear, and maintaining the non-conforming setback of the existing house, and a proposed rear addition on the east side. The new lot coverage would be 26.12%, where 25% is the maximum. The driveway will be widened to accommodate 2 off-street parking spots. There are many other homes in the immediate area that have widened driveways. This will not be out of character with this neighborhood. The proposed renovations will keep the existing walls of the house and foundation, and there will be some interior alterations. It will stay a one-story style ranch house. I submitted photos for the architect's rendering of it with the photos of the house. The homeowners do have a consent letter from the abutting neighbor at 3 Bernice Place, the neighbor close to the driveway, and another letter from 23 Helen Avenue. The homeowner is anxious to proceed with this work, as she'll be living there with her family.
Thank you. Anybody have any questions?
Mr. Schumacher, it's going exactly over the existing footprint, because it's already pretty close on the side yard.
There's no second-story addition. It's a one-story ranch, and they're keeping the non-conforming setback on the left side, bumping out the front and a little in the back.
Okay.
I don't know why it's considered a reconstruction for a new house, but it's little alterations and,
No, I'm glad that they're keeping it as a ranch, because that is what's mostly in those streets, so that makes sense to me. I was just looking at the last picture, because it's such a tight,
yeah, they're keeping that setback. They're
That's
just
the-
following
okay.
it. That's why I put
So-
the artist rendering of the photo, the
Great.
proposed house.
thank you.
Okay. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Could you come up, sir?
I just have one question.
Raise your right hand up there. Tell the truth during these proceedings? And your name and address, please.
King Zhang, 27 Callan Avenue. I'm the neighbor directly behind that.
I'm sorry, please spell the last name.
Zheng. First name Ting.
Thank you. Thank you.
And what street you're behind?
I'm directly behind the house, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just have one question. You said that they are going to build two-story house, right? Or
No,
one story?
1 story.
Oh, okay.
Ranch.
All right, that's all
I had
right.
the
then.
same question.
yeah, she
Okay,
did, yeah.
yeah, because I like to enjoy my nice sky view, so.
Okay, all right,
Okay,
thanks
no
for
more
coming
questions.
down.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Schumacher. Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by your office.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hearing number 16, Appeal 24-137, Kurt Usbay at 39 Comset Wood Lane, Woodbury.
I never heard of that street.
Thank you.
It's gotta be on that area that's like immediately, around with,
Thank you.
what you think, right adjacent to Woodbury, to Huntington.
Huntington, yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
I do.
Your name and address, please.
It's Michael Arado, 245 Route 109, Suite D, West Babylon, New York, 11704. So we're here today looking to propose a 24 by 16 detached garage having a side yard setback of 7 and a height of 13 foot 10. In the R115 zone, the required side yard setback is 20 and the max height of an accessory structure is 12 feet. So we're requesting a relief of 13 feet on the side yard and 1 foot 10 on the height. The setback from the house to the side yard is only 36 feet, so it is somewhat limited to fit an accessory structure here and meet the 20-foot side yard setback. Mr. Utsbay currently is using a trailer to store a classic antique car that he's looking to store inside the proposed detached garage. Obviously, he'd much rather store the car in the garage rather than keep it on the trailer. The garage will only have electric, there's no heating, plumbing. The height of the garage is due just to, it's a kind of like a pre-manufactured garage, so this is how they kind of come. And eventually he wants to install a lift inside of it. From looking at the neighborhood, 33 Comset has a detached garage on it. 38 Woodbury Farms has a shed, and there's some other houses. We did some aerial views that have somewhat large accessory structures that don't seem to carry this 20-foot setback for the accessory structure in this zone. In addition, we have a letter that was signed by 4 of the neighbors, 40 Comset Wood Lane, 41 Comset Wood Lane, 38 Comset Wood Lane, and 36 Comset Wood Lane, all in favor of this application. We don't feel that approving this application would have any negative impact on the neighborhood or the environment. The owner has landscaping currently that creates a barrier, so his neighbor's not going to really see this detached garage.
Okay,
I have pictures of it. I don't know if the board has those pictures
I'll see a picture of it.
of just the property. So that would be screening.
Oh, and then is the trailer gonna go away?
The trailer's going away. It's not going to be there anymore.
I like that even better.
Was one of the neighbors that indicate consent 41.
Yeah, 41.
That one right next door.
Yeah, yep. So, like, all the neighbors that surround him, even in front, they have no issue with it, they're in favor of it, and we don't have any opposition to this application either.
Okay. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion? Decision? Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
All right, thank you, have a
Thank
good
you.
night.
You too.
Hearing number 17, Appeal 24-210, Jessica and Steve Macklin at 5 Merrill Lane, Woodbury.
Council to adjourn these proceedings.
I do.
Your name and address, please.
My name is Nicholas Fluger. It's Pfluger. I'm with Buller Fluger Architects at 85 East Main Street, Bay Shore, New York, 11706. Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm here on behalf of Mr. and Mrs. Macklin. I'm the architect on the project. The property is located in the zoning district R1-10. The existing home is your typical split-level home that you would see in Woodbury. We are proposing to add a rear second-story addition. The addition, excuse me, the addition will add a master bedroom suite on the rear of the home, which will also have a master bathroom and 2 walk-in closets. The addition is only on the second floor and will be built on columns, so it'll be over open air, over a patio. The addition, again, will be in the rear, so you won't be able to see it from the street at all. We're also proposing to reframe the roof on that side of the house that the addition is being put on. Right now, the pitch of the roof is about a 4-pitch. It's a hip roof, and we're proposing to build an 8-pitch roof on it, just to give a little bit more storage in the attic, and also to improve the aesthetics of the home. So the variances that we're going for are GFA. We're proposing 4,054.78 square feet, where 3,394.7 is the allowable. And the lot coverage we're proposing is 30.5%, where 20% is the allowable. And the rear setback for the addition is 18.9 feet, where 25 feet is the allowable. I also have 2 consent letters from the neighbors. These consent letters are from number 3 and number 7 Merrill Lane, so it's on either side of the subject house. And with that, we feel that there won't be any negative effect on the neighbors or the area, and it'll just improve the character of the neighborhood. I can take any questions.
Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Good night. Hearing number 18, Appeal 24-208, Anna Doria at 53 Orange Drive, Jericho.
Again, for the record, Robert Schumacher, 1109 Round Swamp Road, Old Bethpage, representing Mr. and Mrs. Dory of 53 Orange Drive in Jericho. Passed up some photos, consent letters for the board. The homeowners are seeking a variance to allow a wooden deck having less side yard setback, exceeding the gross floor area and lot coverage, and to maintain a generator having less side yard setback than required. The deck is maintaining a 7-foot side yard setback where 10 feet is required. The lot coverage is 24.2%, where 20% is the maximum. The gross floor is over by less than 100 square feet, and the generator is maintaining a 7-foot side yard setback where 10 feet is required. None of these improvements can be seen from the street or the neighbor next door, as there's a fence in between the properties and very large evergreen-type shrubs around the complete rear of the property. They're over 10 feet tall. Decks like these in this area of Jericho are quite common. The property is well maintained and in excellent condition. If this variance was granted, the home is in condition not to roof over or enclose the deck. The homeowners are currently in contract and due to close shortly.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Hearing number 19, Appeal 24-212, MMI Properties LLC at 4 Old Jericho Turnpike, Jericho.
Good evening, Madam Chairman, members of the board. For the appellant, Tom Abadi, I'm an attorney with offices at 88 Sunnyside Boulevard in Plainview, and this appeal needs off-street, or requests rather, off-street parking relief to erect an addition to a restaurant. That restaurant is the former Made in Jericho, which was purchased by Tony Scotto some years ago, and he opened it as One North originally, and now is known as Opus. I was before you twice for that restaurant, once in 2017, once in 2018. One was for outdoor dining, which you granted, and the most important one was for off-street parking. At that time, we presented to you lease agreements with our abutting owners. Our abutting owners are office buildings, so they're off-peak uses, and based upon that, you granted that application, and I represent to you this evening that those leases are still in full force and effect. The reason we need off-street parking relief, or to a greater magnitude now, is because of this addition. 2 points about that. One, the addition is only 750 square feet, and the second point is it's merely an amenity. This is going to be a bridal suite. So if you look at the plans, you'll see that approximately 300 feet of that 750 is the actual bridal suite itself, and then we have a men's room, and then we have a ladies' room. The way we calculate parking, though, under 246-8.2.1 of our code, is by occupancy. And in Oyster Bay, we calculate occupancy by the state building code, so they infer more people. But because it's a bridal suite, you can reasonably surmise that the bride and the groom and the groomsmen and the bridesmaids are going to be in the building anyway. So we're not adding any bodies to Opus Restaurant. Moreover, originally this went before the Landmarks Commission to get the restaurant up and running, and we had to go before the Landmarks Commission again for this addition to make sure that what we're building comports with the design and the architectural integrity of the remaining structure, and you have the approval resolution before you. Lastly, that's the only relief we need. We comply with all setbacks, height, lot coverage, GFA, et cetera, et cetera. I have nothing more to add.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? No. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you very much. Good night.
Thank you.
Hearing 20, Appeal 24-217, Stephen Strauss at 29 Westminster Road, Syosset.
It's the last case. Robert Schumacher, 1109 Round Swamp Road, Old Bethpage, representing Mr. and Mrs. Strauss of 29 Westminster Road in Syosset. The Strauss are seeking a variance to maintain a deck not having the required side yard setback, exceeding the lot coverage and gross floor area, and to maintain a shed not having the required side and rear yard setbacks. The deck does follow the non-conforming setback of the existing home of 6.3 feet, where 8 feet is required. The lot coverage is 27.4%, where 25% is the maximum. The gross floor area is only over by 60 square feet. The shed does not require a permit. It's in the rear of the yard, and there is a fence and shrubbery around the rear of the property, as the photos show. There are only 2 neighbors affected by this variance. That is the 2 abutting neighbors at 27 Westminster and the neighbor directly in the rear at 28 Coventry Road. Both have signed a letter of no objection. We also have a consent letter from the neighbor, the other abutting neighbor at 31 Westminster Road. In this area, Syosset, there's many other decks similar to what the Strausses have. If this variance is granted, the home is a condition not to further enclose or roof over the deck. As the photos show, the house is in excellent condition.
Okay. I have a letter here from the neighbor at 27 Westminster Road. I'll read it into the record. This is from Mark E. Gelfand, attorney. I reside at 27 Westminster Road, Syosset, directly next to the subject property, 29 Westminster Road. I will be out of the country on the date of this hearing, otherwise I would appear in person to publicly support the appeal. As the next-door neighbor most affected by the deck that is the subject of this appeal, I am writing in support and to advise the board that it does not adversely affect me in any way. Stephen and Donna Strauss have been our neighbors for over 20 years and have always been responsible, friendly, and helpful neighbors. There are no other neighbors other than my wife and I that can even see the deck, so any objection to it is based on aesthetic value or effect on the neighborhood has no merit. I urge the board to grant this appeal and allow the Strauss family to enjoy their home to the fullest extent possible. Any board members have any questions? No. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Good night, Mr. Schumacher.
Hearing 21, Appeal 24-221, Ranjan Yu at 44 Parkway Drive, Syosset.
Good evening. Xiu Chen, Xiuchen, XE Engineering and a professional engineer and yes, I do. Yes, I do. XE Engineering PC, 9 Orleans Court, Comac 11725. So I'm here for 44 Parkway Drive, and the reference building is split level, one family house, and we are proposing a vertical enlargement on top of the existing first floor. And so the proposed building comply with all today's zoning requirement, except one. Per chapter 246, there's 2 side yard required, minimum 8 feet each, and total to be 20 feet. And right now, please be noted, the building was built 1953, and the property line is now perfect 90 degree. So it's narrower at the back, wider at the front. So we have 2 side yard, one is 16.5. And the other one, the average will be about 6 feet 9 inches. So we are 1 foot 3 inches short from the code requirement. But again, this is built 1953, and the property line is not like perfect. So we are proposing a second floor enlargement on top of the existing building. We are now increasing the ground coverage or the footprint. So basically, we are not proposing any new non-compliant conditions. So this is almost like kind of grandfather situation. So this is, I think there's 2 points we need to comply. I mean, 2 variants. One is the side yard, and the other one is eave and gutter. But they
Right.
kind of like come together.
Our records indicate that you're providing 6 feet where 8 is required.
Yes, the 6 feet is at the back and the front, which is wider. So,
Yeah.
so it's like 7 feet 4 inches, 7.5 foot.
The narrowest, right, okay.
Yeah, so average will be 6 feet 9 inches, something. So we are 1 foot 3 short.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed.
Thank you so
And
much.
the decision of the board
Have a
will
good
be
night.
forwarded to you by
Good
our
night.
office. Thank you.
Hearing 22, Appeal 24-324, Enrico Abendanola at 65 East Avenue, Glen Cove.
I do.
Your name and address, please.
My name is Maximo Bush-Frers. I have an office, I'm the architect representing the homeowner. I have an office. Buschfrers. And I have an office at 174 15th Avenue, Seacliff, New York, 11579. Good evening, members of the board. The application before you is for a 1-story rear addition. Primarily, this rear addition exceeds the allowed coverage. The existing house is a single-story home on a slab. It doesn't have a basement. Most of the houses across the street are also single-story homes. The homeowner is looking to renovate the home, remove a rear addition that was built illegally by the previous owner, and maintain a house that is in character with the original houses in the neighborhood. The proposed addition meets all the zoning requirements other than the lot coverage. There is also an existing shed on the property, which is 11 feet tall, where 10 feet are required that the homeowner is looking to maintain. If the board has any questions, I'll be happy to answer them.
Have you been in touch with the rear neighbor?
No. I believe that the homeowners reached out, but nobody had any comments. And like I said, I don't know if you have a copy of the original survey. There was an addition that was illegally placed by the previous owner. That addition has been removed. The proposed addition is in line with what was there, so the neighbors will not adversely be affected any more than they were before.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission have been notified of this application.
You just said that. Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hearing number 23, Appeal 23-434, Angelo Cipriano at 1 Carlton Avenue, East Norwich.
Raise your right hand, sir. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings.
I do.
Name and address, please.
Joe Juvenello, 158A Seacliff Avenue, Glen Cove, New York, 11542. Good evening, members of the board. My name is Joe Juvenello, here representing Angelo Cipriano, the owner of 1 Carlton Avenue. I'm here this evening for an amendment to an existing approved application that was granted back in September of '23, decision 23-434. So we are here tonight to amend this application from the gross floor area, which was granted for 4,593 square feet. And I'm here asking for a request for a de minimis increase of 63 square feet, which will bring the total floor area, gross floor area of 4,656 square feet. This was actually, members of the board, it was actually a field condition made by the contractor and the homeowner at the time. If you look at the drawing on the second floor, the addition is 3 by 21 feet, and it was basically just an increase of the second floor hallway connecting to the existing floor plan. So it's really a de minimis change. It was a field condition. I was on the site. It was determined, after it was constructed, it was determined that the existing structure of the house needed to be modified and changed anyway because of the existing chimney and everything like that. So we had to extend that for a structural purpose as well. So the increase is basically just the second floor hallway. I do have a diagram I want to show the board. You have this rendering elevation. So if you look at the extension in yellow, that's the extension itself. The total footage for the yellow and the blue is the 3 foot by 21 foot, which will give us the 63 square feet of the additional request. So I'm here this evening asking for this request, to ratify this request. It's a de minimis change. It's not seen from the street. It's the west side of the property, which is the rear side. And that's all I have this evening.
Okay. I have a letter here that I'm going to read into the record. Here we go. Our family has resided at 42 Clifford Place, East Norwich, since 1972. Our neighbor to our right, formerly the Ronaldo residence, 1 Carlton Avenue, was front-facing Carlton Avenue with their driveway and entry access. The rear of their property, abutting our property line, their structure was a single-story rear access to their kitchen, and the original structure was set back with appropriate rear yard setbacks. We are now experiencing construction and understand the Zoning Board of Appeals approved their plot plan to reflect the front of the structure, to reflect Clifford Place with added driveway, garage, and a full second-floor addition to be set 5 feet from our budding property line. This is not a shed. This is a full 2-story, non-appealing structure which has impacted our quaint street and affected our quality of life, closing off our second-floor windows. As we understand, this setback is being considered a side yard. Clifford Place is now a front yard with town zoning code of 25 or 30-foot setback requirements. The approval allowed the structure, full second floor, to be constructed 8.66 feet from our front yard, and our original buffer between properties has been lost in its entirety. 1 Carlton Avenue has been granted above and beyond than any other neighbor, violating every town setback with zero regard to neighbor impact. There is absolutely no landscape buffer between us, and we are looking at a full second floor 5 feet away. I encourage the board to conduct a site visit and, prior to any further variance approvals, figure out an appropriate landscape buffer to be part of the conditions and verify that construction is in compliance. It appears that construction and these overhangs extend closer than 5 feet, maybe 3 feet away from our property. Perhaps the town should conduct a progress site survey verifying compliance to their decision. Attached are current progress pictures. We are in opposition and would like a follow-up to this letter. I can be contacted at 516-250-0370 and would be willing to meet on-site in advance of their August 8th, 2024 hearing. Nicholas DeSantis, Alice DeSantis, and Susan DeSantis.
I have a question. What's the height of the shed?
The existing shed on the property?
That you're seeking the variance for?
The height of the shed is, well, actually, we're not seeking a variance for the shed. We're seeking a variance for the second floor enlargement, which pertains to this application this evening with the 63 square feet.
Variance to allow existing 12.3 by 10.
That's the previous variance that was approved back in '23.
Sorry?
Back in '23, that was the previous variance that was approved. This variance this evening is only for the 3-foot by 21-foot square feet. We never seek this side yard variance. It meets the side yard requirement.
Sounds like the neighbor is just looking for some landscaping
But
between.
we're not done with the project, Madam Mayor, so we're gonna do that when it's all done. Yeah. We didn't seek a side yard variance. That complies. The homeowner is doing most of the work himself. I'm not sure if the board's driven by, but it's coming together very nicely. And this is basically just to increase the walkway on the second floor. That's all it is. De minimis change.
That's not even facing,
He
that's not even
said-
facing that.
It's not
front door.
facing the street at all. It's facing the backyard. So it's the minimis requirement, request.
So as a condition maybe of this grant, if we are to grant it, we would like maybe a landscaping plan to be submitted so that we can look at it.
If the board would like a
Have
landscape
it-
plan?
it doesn't- listen,
The
it
landscaping
doesn't
is
have
not
to go to a
complete.
landscape architect.
It's gonna
You
be
can-
landscaped. I can tell you, we can put it on the
It's gonna be
record.
part of the
It's gonna be
variance.
landscape. So if
Okay.
that could be a grant decision from the board, I'll accept that.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions or concerns? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence? Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
evening.
Thank you.
Hearing 24, Appeal 24-197, Peter Blum at 27 Locust Lane, Oyster Bay.
I'm back. Good evening again. I'm here tonight representing Peter Blum, who seeks 2 variances before you to renovate and rehabilitate this old colonial home here in Oyster Bay Hamlet. Our first request is to ask for 6.29% over the permitted 20% lot coverage in this R110 zone, asking 26.29% to rebuild and move over the front portico. So technically, we are not increasing the lot coverage, we are just repositioning it. Our second request is to maintain a pre-existing non-conforming aggregate side yard of 16.39 in lieu of the 25-foot required. And again, we're not proposing any encroachments further than what exists, just building in line with the existing house. Keeping it a very pure, true colonial home, just moving the front entrance over to the right.
Okay. I was over there. Could use it. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Suffolk County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board will be voted to by our office.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Good night.
And holdover 1, Appeal 23-741, Greg Fishgrund at 372 South Oyster Bay Road, Hicksville.
Good evening, Madam Chair, members of the board.
Craig.
Appearing for the applicant, Nicholas Capadora, with an office at 300 Jericho Turnpike, Suite 100, Jericho, New York. Appearing for the applicant and the owner of the property, Dr. Greg Fishgrund, doing business as Max Dental Group. The subject premises is 372 South Oyster Bay Road. It's a 0.2 acre parcel located on the west side of South Oyster Bay Road. It's zoned RO residential office. It's presently improved with a new one-story building, recently got renovated for a new Max Dental Group dental office, which the owner operates, and it's been used as an office since that whole strip of South Oyster Bay Road was rezoned RO in 1983. There's RO along that entire strip along the west side of South Oyster Bay Road. The Plainview Shopping Center and some other large shopping centers are across the street, so it's a generally commercial area with residential behind the RO strip. We're here tonight because the signage plan was submitted to the building department, and we received a notice of rejection for the max signage height, max signage area. So the applicant tonight's requesting permission to erect a freestanding ground sign on the south side of the premises with a max height of 10.4 feet, where 6 feet is permitted, and a signage area of 16.75 feet, where 6 feet is permitted. The sign as proposed wouldn't result in any undesirable change in the character of the surrounding neighborhood. It's marked by commercial offices and retail centers with similar signage in the neighborhood. Like I said, the Plainview Shopping Center is across the street. The board granted similar relief in 2022 for that property, exceeded max height, max sign area, number of signs. The benefits sought here by the applicant can't be achieved by any other feasible alternative means other than these requested variances. There was a few considerations that went into where we're proposing this sign, and it's the only feasible way to get the sign viewed from the roadway, because there's, when you're heading southbound along South Oyster Bay Road, there's a tall row of hedges in the neighborhood directly to the north, which sort of obstructs any lower signage. If we were to erect anything lower, it would be obstructed. And we're uniquely situated. None of the other properties have these hedges along it. It's usually open street frontage in the front yard. We don't have that luxury, so we have to go above to clear the neighbor's sign, which is about it tops out at about 8 feet. We have to start our sign and go up from there. That's why we need this variance.
Is that neighborhood residential zone, or is it another RO?
That's another RO.
Okay.
It's all RO.
Okay.
Right. So that's why we need the height variance. We can't go any closer to the street, or we'd have a front yard setback issue, clearance issue, site distance issue. We would submit that the variances aren't substantial. It's the minimum needed to achieve this applicant's goal. It won't have any adverse impact, and the hardship's not self-created, so we respect that. Respectfully submit that the board grant the variance. Thank you.
Anybody have any questions? No. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Save the best for last.
Someone has to go last.
Yeah, sorry.
Let's do this, boys and girls. No break. Yeah, I just said no break. Holly's good? Okay, let's vote. I want to go home too. I want to go drink. Did I say that?
Where are we going drinking?
Okay, I really don't. Hearing number 1, appeal number 24-12, patio to be cut back. Oh, this is the first one we had tonight. Eesh.
Okay, I can tell you something about that, first of all, because I live on Park Hill. I don't live near them. I don't know these people. I don't know the people who complained. They're about 2 blocks on the other side of Broadway. But the one thing that she said was not true. Park Hill is named because it's actually a hill, and the houses actually slope down to the road.
They graduate.
I mean, you've seen that. You've seen it's not a you know, but it's an incline. So it's not going into the side. It's going, any water run goes to the front.
Like the man said.
Yeah.
And he did say he put drains
Yeah.
in the back, I guess like French drains in the brick, where it just, if it comes down onto the brick, it's not running into somebody's yard, it goes into the ground.
And our engineering department does verify that always, that there's proper drainage.
Right, and this guy doesn't.
All right, well, you guys want to vote on this then?
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Did the neighbor, they just built that house, Pearson? That was the impression I got,
No.
that the neighbor just built it.
I think it's like they renovated it.
I think it's when she said a
It was
new
always
house, a
there.
brand new, he did say, or one of them said it was a brand new house.
This house is new,
And I think-
49.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I mean, yeah. So it was built, and the house is in keeping with the neighborhood, it's not
All
a
right, you want to move it,
monstrosity.
Lo?
Sure.
I'll second.
And Kathy will second. All in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 2, appeal number 24-190. Go ahead.
He said he was gonna pick up brick and move the brick.
I have that written
It's on
down
the
too.
plans.
He has to.
It's on the plans that
He has
show
to. Yeah.
to remove it from the property line.
Thank you,
It's on the
Flo.
plans.
Just one more question.
But would that be under the
What hap-
fence?
It's on the plans.
Okay, but it's
It's
their
on the
fence
It's on the plans that he's moving it into the property line.
to his property line.
Onto his own property.
Okay.
What happened to this last item, extension of time worksheet?
We didn't get to
Do
it
that
yet.
at the end.
That doesn't get heard.
That answers that.
It doesn't get heard, it only gets voted on by you guys, they don't appear.
Okay.
Hearing number 2, appeal number 24-198, Neil Bavona. I didn't have a problem with
I don't
this.
need that, I'll move that if you want.
Lois will move it. Andrew will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 3, appeal number 24-297.
That's pretty de minimis.
I'll move it.
Okay, I'll second it.
Lois will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 4, appeal number 24-196. We had the rear neighbor was okay with this.
Yes, and Mr. Schumacher showed us photos of other garages that are, if, some of them were two-car garages.
Okay.
So it's familiar.
You wanna move it,
It's
We might
Kathy?
condition it, because he said if we approve it, condition bushes behind the garage.
Yes,
Okay.
and I think they were taking down the tree too.
Yeah,
Okay, so I will move it, yes.
I'll
and-
second it.
So that's Kathy and Andrew. And Sue, you have the conditions?
Landscape behind garage?
Yep. Hearing number 5, appeal number 91-186.
All in favor?
Oh, yeah, put that in there, will you please? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. You got it? Thank you, Holly.
It's on the camera.
No, I know. Parent-child, no problem with this one.
I have the IDs.
Okay, so I'll move it.
I'll second.
Lisa will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 6, appeal number 24-195. Mr. Schumacher scolded me on this one. And he had every right to.
I'll second.
Andrew and Lisa, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 7, appeal number 24-160. We had 8 letters of consent on this.
I'll move that.
Lois will move it.
I'll second.
Andrew will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 8, appeal number 24-200. There's no problem with this one.
I'll
And
move it.
Kathy will move it.
I'll
And
second.
And Flo will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 9, appeal number 20.
I've been dethroned.
You and Rebecca defer. Hearing,
You gave me that.
yes,
area.
you sharing it
I'm
with.
just joking.
just
I'm
kidding.
teasing.
Hearing number 9, appeal number 24-202. We're going to have a condition on this that the porch is not going to be further enclosed.
Right.
I'll move it.
Okay, I'll second.
Kathy will second. All in favor, aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 10, appeal number 24-203. Fence, no problem. We have consents.
I'll move it.
Andrew will move it.
I'll second it.
Lois will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 11, appeal number 24-205.
This is the one that those two ladies came in on?
They were so cute.
I know, just to make a quick record that, you know, their concerns really didn't have to do with the application that was before us.
No.
Although they may be founded, they weren't relevant to this application. And having said that, I will move it.
Okay, who will second it?
Second.
Okay, Flo will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 12, appeal number 24-218. Here we go.
I saw that he had some color pictures on his iPad, and I'll tell you the truth, it doesn't go with the rest of the house. It's amazing what this guy's doing, if the pictures are true.
No, these prefab things are just that, prefab, so they don't go with everything, I
And
guess.
The driveway, we'll start at C. One foot is supposed to be 8 foot, but the whole neighborhood is right up to the property line for
Yeah.
driveways.
All right, I'll move this. Anybody want to second it?
I'll second it.
Flo will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. 13 is postponed. Hearing number 14, appeal number 24-214. I have a problem with this one.
I'll move
It's- Yeah, Andrew? Rebecca, you want to second it?
Sure, I'll second it.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 15, appeal number 24-250. We have two abutting neighbors okay with this one. I'll move it.
I'll second it.
Rebecca will second it. All in favor? Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 16, appeal number 24-137.
It's an unusual area. There's a lot of really large
Yeah.
homes and
You're not going to see this either.
I'll move it.
All right, Andrew will move it. I'll second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 17, appeal number 24-210. You have two consents on this one as well.
I'll move it.
It's not very big, so. Kathy, and I'll second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 18, appeal number 24-208. No further enclosure or roof over of the deck here. It is common in this area to have that kind of a deck. I will move it.
I'll second.
That's Lisa?
Yes.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 19, appeal number 24-212. This is not really a very large expansion either.
I'm fine, but I'll move that.
Lois will move it. Andrew will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 20, appeal number 24-217.
I'll move this.
Andrew will move it. I,
Once you heard that there was a neighbor writing a letter and there was
Yeah.
fire, you thought it was gonna be
It's like,
a
oh, here we go.
Oh, totally, 100%, Rita. You led us down the path. I'll second.
It's such a nice letter, I'm like.
Kathy will second
That
it.
really was a really nice letter.
Yeah.
You did.
Okay.
Kathy seconded that. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 21, appeal number 24-221. Yeah, I'll move that.
Opposed, second.
I'll second.
Kathy?
No, it was Lisa.
Lisa, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 22, appeal number 24-324. This will be,
Proposed rear addition.
no,
That's not this one?
No.
Did I get them confused? Sorry.
Yeah, no.
I'm one ahead, excuse me.
and this is gonna be an improvement to this house, so I'll move it.
I'll second it since I made a
Rebecca will
mistake.
second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 23, appeal number 23-434. I don't have a problem approving this, but let him submit, it could be a handwritten landscape plan. He doesn't have to go to,
5-foot side yard?
yeah, put something.
Okay.
And, you know, he's building close to the property line, and now he's asking for more, so let's get something. I'll move it.
I'll second it.
Okay,
Andrew, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 24, appeal number 24-197. One-story addition. Yeah, this is also an improvement.
Yeah.
I'll move it.
I'll second it.
Andrew will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Holdover number 1, appeal number 23-741. There's, I guess, a need for a bigger sign here. I think we just approved one a couple of weeks ago, too, so I'll move it.
I'll second it.
Rebecca will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. We have extension of time. I move to grant this extension of time based upon the fact that the economy is weak and sometimes it's hard to build, so we'll give him an extension
I'll
of time.
second it.
That's Rita and Lois. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Which brings us to Susan's portion of tonight's entertainment.
Their decision, this was, the house that the architect
I know.
wanted last time, and, there was a question, we wanted the zoning department to recalculate GFA to make sure that there was not, it wasn't over, because it wasn't being rejected for it. We had the board up, the architect had the board up, pictures of it, they had done an addition on it, and it looked large, and we were questioning whether or not the GFA was gonna be over. I took the plans back, I had it recalculated. The basement is only 6'9" or 6'10". So it's not calculated, so there is no problem with the GFA.
Okay.
So that's what you asked me to do.
Did your son win his
I'll move it.
baseball game?
Wait, I just want to look at which house it was to refresh my recollection before.
Okay.
I know.
They built
Oh, it's an existing second-story addition.
They built, you guys granted him a second-story addition, and then they extended it over a couple of feet, more over the garage, and without permits, and then came back to you.
You gotta work, stop.
Yeah, and you, right, they were stopped. And then you were wondering if the GFA increased, but the GFA is still under.
Because
The basement is not in place, so.
Okay, so,
And it was an accidental overbuild, right? It's not, this wasn't something that they did intentionally?
It wasn't accidental.
no, he did it after.
They did do it after.
So why are we going to grant this then? I mean, what,
Up to you. That is the history.
does anybody else remember? This was on
Yes.
last meeting, right?
Yes.
And the guy came in and we had given them a variance and they decided to build more than what we
Oh, okay, yes.
gave them. So I know we're all kind of tired and joking around, but really,
No.
this is an issue.
It is.
So what happens if we don't give it to them? They have to pull down the whole addition and rebuild it? I mean, it's a hardship, but it's a self-created hardship.
That they went ahead and built on after getting permission and did what they wanted.
Right. They asked
Yeah,
for it,
that's
we
different.
said no originally.
Oh, I don't
Well,
think
they asked for a smaller, a second
Yes.
floor, and then they went ahead and built over the garage. So
Correct.
they extended.
They
and
didn't
like-
ask us for it. We didn't do it.
No, they did not.
Right.
And then they got stopped. And they've been stopped for a year.
Yeah.
Did we have any consents or anything? But no letters against? And nobody was here, nobody came to speak against it?
No.
We just wanted to be sure that the GFA wasn't in play.
Correct.
What do you say, Madam Chairwoman?
I remember this now, and it made the house tremendous.
Hicksville.
Yeah. I move to deny it.
I wasn't here.
Yeah, Andrew's out of it.
I know.
I move, how do you feel about it, Lisa? We'll poll the board. Do you remember it?
I do. I don't know, honestly. Like I said, it's gonna be, they have to rip it down, it's gonna be, I mean, you can't just go ahead and do what you want, but
Listen, I know that's a hardship, but, it's on reserve decision. We can't leave it on reserve decision. We have to make a decision.
Was it something you told them they couldn't do and they did
No.
anyway?
No.
They didn't go over the garage. They asked, and we granted them. And when they were building, they just decided
Kept going.
to
They kept
go
going.
over the garage. Could be the contractor, you know, like
Right.
just move it over. Okay, you got the.
I mean,
Who's the
guess,
architect?
But we did
Someone
catch
there.
them, and we did
Kevin
stop them.
McCray.
I mean, if we had denied it and then they went ahead and did it anyway, then I would,
Yeah,
you
no,
know,
they didn't
all
deny
for
it.
it, rip it
I
down,
mean,
and
I-
it's, you know, it's on you, but.
I mean, I can vote for it, I can live with it, I wanted to make sure we at least remembered what it was.
Yeah.
Mr. Hicksville, what do you have to say for yourself? You were here.
That was your first meeting.
I don't mean to put you on the spot.
No, you have to, it's okay. I'm not sure, I'm confused, I really am. I'm being honest.
No, you are, absolutely.
Is it a situation where like,
They'd have to tear it down.
no, but is it like really a house they're gonna rent to 50 families?
No,
Or is
No,
it-
I don't
not
think
over
so.
that's why we went back and made them wait, and Susan
their family.
recalculated.
It's their
But
family.
it is.
Yeah,
It is
they're
under, it's
renting
not
it.
as large as we,
They're renting a room.
how do you know that?
They come in all the time. They're renting-
Wait, what? They're renting a room in this house?
No,
They're renting a room to live.
They're
Oh,
living in a
they're
room.
living in a room because of the work
Yeah,
stuff.
they got stopped, and
all
so
right.
they're living in like a room and they're renting from someone with their
All
kid.
right.
I'm not.
Okay.
This is the one that we thought, or somebody thought, that they were using it as a rental, that they were gonna use it to rent out.
No, that wasn't this one. That wasn't this one.
It was just surely going over the garage, like they asked for the second
It's okay,
floor.
Mike, I think we're all right.
But
No, I remember
when
what
they-
it looked like.
When they did the
and-
construction, they just went over the garage.
Yeah.
So that's when, but the town bought them, they stopped them, and they paid the price.
They've been living all in one room together?
All right.
How many kids do they have?
It does meet the GFA.
All right.
It does.
I'll move it.
Rebecca will move it. I will second it.
I'll stay confused.
I'll vote, yeah.
All in favor, aye. There's no
All in
opposition.
favor.
All in
And just one
favor.
more, please, if we could have a discussion real fast.
Yeah, let's have.
Thank you. On appeal 24-62, Anthony Strianese, 107 Radcliffe Drive in East Norwich. This was heard on July 25th, and you approved it. It was, as you see in front of you, a proposed dwelling. What had happened was the architect requested a postponement of the hearing 2 weeks prior. And he sent out the mailing notice and then asked for a postponement. Most affected neighbor came in to view the plans, brought an engineer with him to look at the plans, and my staff informed him that the architect had asked for a postponement, that he would be getting a new date, letting him know when the hearing was. After that, after the man had come in and left a day or two later, the architect called and said he wanted to put it back on the calendar. The staff informed him that there had been a neighbor in and we advised it was postponed, that they would have to send him another certified letter and regular letter, letting him know that it was no longer postponed and that he would, so that he could be able to be at the hearing if he so chose. He agreed to do so. Well, he did do that, but he waited till after the hearing was over to send out the
So
letter.
it was useless.
So.
So the gentleman never got to come in. He did bring in a letter in opposition to the office, came in after the hearing was done with the proof that he had gotten the mailings afterwards. So I told him that I would let you know about the letter, which I had showed the chairperson, and his concerns. So my thought was, did you want to rehear it?
Yes.
I think it's a good
I
idea.
think that neighbor deserves his day to make his comments on this application. He made it his business to come down to town hall, and so let him come in here and tell us what his opposition is to this.
So could I have a unanimous vote then from the board to overturn the decision that was rendered on July 25th for 24-62, and then we will have them start.
I
over
move
and-
to not
Yeah,
overturn
overturn
that
the
decision and have a new hearing.
Okay, very good.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, Rita, and do I have unanimous with that?
Yes.
Yes.
Everybody's in agreement with that,
Thank you
yes?
very
I'm
much.
sorry, I pulled you.
Everybody.
No, you hit me with a rubber band. Look, you don't think I'm gonna forget that? I know what you did.
I pulled my rubber band and just snapped in it. Yeah, that's it, it's down.
That's assault, Lois.
No, that happened once in the office. Somebody shot a rubber band and it hit somebody in the eye. Oh, man, what a fiasco that was.
Everything is a fiasco.
Oh, my God. The union was called. Oh, yes.
Was the person okay though with the arm?
Yes.
This is like a temporary.
May she rest
Just
in peace.
one workers' comp suit and she was totally fine.
So much. We spent hours together. you know?
Really?
Yeah, walking around.
He's very nice.
Such a nice guy. Glad he got out of where he was.
I'm out next week, guys.
That's a while
Yep.
ago though.
Who's out next week?
Me.
Okay. I am too.
Yes, you will.
Whatever it is you guys are doing, have fun.
Where are you headed? I'm leaving
Wait,
for.
you're here, the next one is
For
28th.
Jersey?
Oh, no, I am here for the 28th, never mind.
Oh,
Yes.
We moved it, remember?
Yes.
That's right.
Okay, good night all, thank you.
Are you coming or going?
No,
I'm coming,
all good.
I'm coming.
Thank you.
I'm very confused. They moved it, yes, so that I
Yes,
can be here.
so it's the 28th,
So
it's
we
a
accommodated.
Wednesday.
Yes.
The next one's the Wednesday, Lise.
Yes.
Yep, Wednesday the 28th.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, get home safe.
That's what they tell me.
Feel good, Kat.
Thank you, sweetheart.